If you ever type something into ChatGPT or Claude and thought, why is this answer so bad? I promise you, it was probably not the AI being dumb. It was missing something. What it was missing as a name. Two names actually, prompt engineering and context engineering. In 2026, everybody is talking about the second one, and most people still don't really get the difference. Let's start simple. Imagine you text a friend, "Hello, help me with my homework." That is a prompt, is the instruction you give. Prompt engineering is just learning to write that instruction really well. So instead of "help me with my homework," you say, "You are a patient math tutor. Explain quadratic equations to a 15-year-old, step by step with one example." Same friend, much better answer. That is prompt engineering. Choosing your words, giving the examples, telling the model what role to play. And for a long time, that was the whole game back in 2022 and 2023. Writing a clever prompt felt like magic. People literally put prompt engineer on their CVs. A prompt is just the word you type in that one moment. But modern AI doesn't work in one moment anymore. It works in steps, it remembers your last messages, it pulls in documents, it uses tools, it calls other systems. So think about it like this. A prompt is like a single sticky note, fine for a tiny task. But if you ask that person to run an entire project for you, one sticky note is nowhere near enough. They need the files, the history, the right tools, and they need it in the right order. That whole package, everything the AI can see at the moment it makes decision, is called the context. And the skill of deciding what goes into that package is context engineering. Two of the most respected people in AI, Andre Kapati and Toby Lode, basically kicked this off in mid-2025. Kapati called it delicate art and science of filling the context window with just the right information. And the name stuck this up because it described the real job. Think of the AI model as a brain, a CPU, and think of the context window as its short-term memory, its RAM. The desk it works on. Your job as an engineer is basically to be the operating system. You decide what gets loaded into that desk for each task. Put the right stuff on the desk and the AI does brilliant work. Buy junk on desk, it gets confused and buried. And this is the part that shocks people. More context is not always better. There is a thing called context rot. A research team called Chroma tested about 18 of the top AI models in 2025, and every single one got worse as you stuffed in more tests. One model dropped from about 98% accuracy to around 64% just from messy, bloated input. And why? Because the model has a limited attention budget, the same way you can't focus on 50 browser tabs at once. Every extra word spends a bit of that budget. So, good context engineering is not about dumping everything in. It's about finding the smallest set of signal information that still gets the job done. Quick pause, because this is the perfect spot to tell you about who sponsors this video. It's the Data Hub, which, full disclosure, is a platform my team and I build. And everything I just said about context engineering is literally the idea it runs on. Here's what I mean. The Data Hub is a career platform for anyone getting into or moving up in data and AI. It pairs you with an agentic advisor, and that advisor is not a blank chatbot. It already has your context, your target role, your location, the tracks you are learning, where you are in your journey. So when you ask it, what should I learn next? Or is this job fit for me? It answers from your situation, not from a generic script. That is context engineering, doing real work in a real product. And there are 4 tracks: data analytics, data science, data engineering, and AI engineering, each with its own dedicated advisor that knows that fit. It scans live jobs for you, surfaces opportunities, and checks in when you go quiet. The whole way from your first lesson to your first offer. It starts about the price of a Netflix subscription. The track on its own is £20 a month. and the full track plus advisor is 32. So if you are serious about this feed, go and have a look at the datahub.io. Now let's get back to it. Let me make the difference there simple. Prompt engineering asks, how should I phrase this? Context engineering asks, what does the model actually need to know right now, and what should I leave out? Prompt engineering is one really good sentence. Context engineering is building the whole environment around that sentence, the memory, the document, the tools, and the order. And here's the relationship people get wrong. Prompt engineering is not dead, and it's not the enemy. Is a part of context engineering. A brilliant prompt buried under thousands of tokens of chunk still fails. The prompt is one ingredient. The context is the whole meal. The honest 2026 take is this. Prompt engineering is now table stakes. The basic things everyone can do now. Context engineering is a multiplier. The thing that separates people whose AI projects actually work from those whose projects quietly fall apart. And when I was breaking into data and AI, I thought the secret was knowing more tricks, but it wasn't. The secret was always about giving myself and later my systems the right context to succeed. Same idea here. So the next time that AI gives you a rubbish answer, don't just reward your prompts 10 times. Ask yourself, does it even have what it needs to answer this? That's what question will put you ahead of most people calling themselves AI experts right now. So if this made it click, subscribe, because next I'm breaking down how AI actually goes and finds information. Traditional RAG versus agentic RAG. I'll see you in that one.